Good morning, everybody. In this video, we're going to do things a little more different because we're going to have our breakfast first and then we're going to have a bit of a road trip later. But first, we're going to see how well the breakfast is. My breakfast for today, a little bit of white rice and fried rice. I got 6 or 7 pieces of chicken hot dog and scrambled eggs mixed up for my meal. Okay, just get back into my hotel room. I just went ahead first because my large intestine isn't acting normally. I had to use the restroom. I had to clean myself up. So if you're ever wondering why there are cars like drifting around that street, which is supposed to be the road that we're going to get to wander around the entire city of Cagayan de Oro, because the festival is coming. I believe that they're going to have their Higalay festival. I guess this is one of the things in the event that I don't know what they're doing. They're like cars that you have thought they are waiting in traffic, but they aren't. Okay, we're leaving the hotel room right now, and I'm hoping that whatever I'm currently producing this vlog will make this vlog a little longer than usual to end. Just expect that this entire video will last longer than usual because this video that I'm currently making is not really like a vlog. It is more like the experience that I want to tell you in a more comprehensive way. I'm kind of documenting my life right now, and that is what I'm doing as of the moment. We're leaving right now. We're leaving the hotel room. We're going to head to the municipality of Villanueva to visit my other family, and it's about 28 kilometers away from here and a little less than an hour away from, because it's really far and the traffic in the city may not be that light as is expected because it's Sunday. We're now at the ground floor. We were leaving the hotel. We're also kind of waiting for their family relatives who are still in their hotel room. Or maybe we would possibly go ahead first. There will be alternative ways that we can use to get out of Cagayan de Oro because we're heading east, and we will not possibly be using the highway because the traffic light would usually take 5 to 8 minutes for the red light to turn green, and we won't want to get stuck over there just waiting. So there are alternative ways we can get instead of heading through the highway, and we're going to leave in another way. So here's the route that we will be taking. Instead of using the highway, where we will have to intersect right into Dolores Street and then turn left into Carlos Avenue and head straight until you will intersect right into the highway and then go straight 20 kilometers. We can just head over, turning right at Dolores Street and then turning left at Carlos Avenue, and then there's a street that will take us alternatively into the highway without having to wait for the traffic light to turn green or something like that, because that would take an extra amount of time for us to get, and that would pretty much leave us more waiting, and we wouldn't want that. We want to get there as quickly as we can, considering why the traffic in the highway may not be always what you would see in Google Maps or Waze. Slightly heavy traffic over here. We're going to turn right. Okay, so turning right into Dolores Street. Not really heavy traffic in this street. I kind of miss wandering around the street where during the pandemic days we got to visit my siblings while they were still on the dorm and having their review center. So turning left into Corliss Avenue. And instead of heading straight, we will turn right into Haya Street. And then we'll go straight until we will reach Kugon. And then we will turn left into Rojas Street, just right after Osmeña Street of Kugon area, which is the public market in Cagayan de Oro City. And then we will turn right into Borja Extension and head straight until we will turn right into the highway in Gusa District in Cagayan de Oro. That way, we're going to skip a bunch of traffic lights that will probably help us wait for this much amount of time. We're already about to turn left. This is like, we're really close to Kugon Public Market. We'll turn left and head straight a little while. And then turn right. We're already passing by Kugon
So, in
Public
other
Market.
words, that Hammerstone Hotel is within my Kugon.
Not really, possibly money.
Right, though.
Right, that's right. And now we are at Borja Extension. We'll have to head straight and then we will turn right at any time because any traffic lights, any intersections where there's traffic light within this city will allow us to turn right even when the traffic light is red. The highway only took us like 10 minutes for us to get from our hotel all the way to this very highway, which could have taken us 20 to 30 minutes for us to get here if it wasn't for the intersections that we've gotten through. Yeah, it saved us a lot of time. They're about a little less than 10 minutes away. It is currently 12:58. We're indeed going to arrive there by 1:05, 1:06. Afternoon, just traffic though. Okay, we arrived to my other family's house in Villanueva, Misamis Oriental. Hey, going to sing some karaoke and have lunch. Like they just brought out the whole lechon belly. I don't know what this. I'm dying in We're just done with our lunch together with my aunt, uncles, my cousins, my mom and my dad, who are with us right now. It's like this one-time gathering all together again in this town. Okay, so now we're going to head to our vacation, a slight vacation to Dahilayan. Okay, so we're riding at somebody else's car for our trip. My dad's not the one driving because he'll be sitting beside me. And my mom is sitting at the far right. Okay, so now we're at Dahilayan Forest Park Resort. It's kind of cold here. So the first thing we should do is to get to entrance ticketing so we can buy tickets and then we're going to get inside. I don't know which rides to take because it's kind of raining here, it's kind of showering and it's also cold. I also had not brought with me my jacket, but it's fine because it's not as cold as it seems, and that many people would start to assume that it's cold enough that you would actually need a jacket, but you wouldn't need a jacket. It's not that it's really pretty cold. It's not too cold enough for me to wear a jacket. But I never once thought to have thought that I should have brought with me my jacket before we head over to this place. Cold here, but not too cold. So together I'm with my cousins. I'm with my cousins.
Let's go!
It's like this is another Dahilayan Forest Park Resort tour with the cousins. We had done this last June 2023 and once again we're back. This time with my other cousin who will be joining with us today. And we're going to take rides. Yes. But I'm not 100% fine because I don't feel at my best. But I'm hoping I can strive through every challenges that we would encounter and get a thrill. So I believe this is how we enter. Let's get ready to ride. But I believe this area isn't for riding the zip line. This is for the entire park. This is for the other park over there. And I believe this is not where you're going to go for riding a zip line. Like you can only see people riding the zip line. But this is a good area for us to just do that. Yeah, it is as busy as it seems. Probably because of the ongoing holiday, long holiday in the Philippines, which will possibly last for 5 days. Tomorrow is still a holiday because of the National Heroes Day, and we're still going to expect as many people who will be arriving in this place as we would because of the holiday. I believe there's something more thrilling than what I've just talked about, which is just in front of me, which is the rainbow slide.
Hi.
Shall we ride the rainbow slide together?
Yeah, we can.
Yes, we can. So I believe we're going down right now. We're just riding in this bus. But let's go more of this forest park. I'm not sure if I'm really going to take the rides or not. I'm not physically well. But I'll just go on with enjoying the moment here.
Maggie?
We arrived to our destination, which we believe there's like an old vintage shop just ahead of us. Just ahead of us. So we believe we're going out right now. Okay. This is really one of the most beautiful views we could ever see around this whole forest park. Shall I be interested in riding the zip line? I really am thinking about riding the zip line. That is all why we came. That's like the reason, the main reason why I want to come here. But again, I just want to try the zip line. But I really doubt that it's safe to do so. But I've heard the sounds of the zip. I guess it's safe to do so. But I think we might have gone into the wrong side of the forest park. We should have gone into the entrance on the other side, and that means we would have paid 1,000. Oh. I almost fell down. I didn't think about that for a second. That means we would pay 1,200 pesos for entrance again if we were to get to the other side. But that could be the certain reason why we wouldn't be able to ride the zip lines as it is like right over. Could have been fun to do so. Might have missed the chance. Why did we just go on to the wrong side? So is that true that we need to pay another 1,200 pesos just to get to the other side and then ride the zip line?
100 pesos, so 800.
800.
800 for
Yes, that's
all
what I
of
meant.
us.
That's what I meant. But are we doing this?
No, we're just fun because we cut off na.
Yes, it's cut off only until 5:30.
Ayahay kayo, wala na kasagit.
4:30. Yes, we have arrived late. But I don't think we can still get to stand to experience the last option we could do, and that is we get others to ride the drop zone. I'm not ready to ride the drop zone because, like as I said, I am not very fine enough to ride yet because I am not still feeling at my best to be able to ride that. I bet there's still people over there taking the drop zone ride, so we're going to see. And I'm also just letting my cousin take the ride, though we have not yet actually tried riding the drop zone. We will probably somehow be back here in a very while and then get to try the drop zone. Just that it's not too fine though. If I were to be able to ride that, maybe eventually the symptoms that I am experiencing now could get worse. But I will just let others to get their thrilling experience with the drop zone rides. Okay, we just somehow made it to the other side, but I don't think so. But could we afford to do the things that I'm expecting to do, but most probably we can't? And I don't think that zip line is available as of the moment right now. If not or not. But the answer is still not probably. It is because we have arrived late. We should have arrived here before 2 p.m. so we can get the most out of Dahilayan Forest Adventure Park. But we have not made it. We just like got stumbled around, having paid that entrance fee, and then we just took pictures, and then we basically had just roam around, and that's pretty much it. Okay, we just went a little bit lower from where we have just gone through, and that's the cafe that we last visited last June 2023, and then we're back here again. I believe they have a good variety of coffees and non-coffee beverages you can choose, and I also got delicious chocolate cakes, whatever things you could select. We will just dine in just inside because there are a bunch of seats that are just ahead of us. We just don't need to get inside because it's just like one table and then 3 seats. So I'm suggested not to take any coffee or non-coffee beverages yet. What I've got here is like 4 pieces of chocolate with so much cream on it that I can't resist tasting. So I believe this is a new place, Ricardo's. And the thing about this whole place is that it's really massive in size. Okay, so the dinner that we took was so delicious. As I've already mentioned, this entire restaurant is sumptuous, spacious, really big. I believe there's reception party going on upstairs. That is why you can probably hear a noisy kind of background music around this whole place. We also got a variety of spots for you to take good photos. This is getting as many as we would want because this entire space is like a pretty big mansion. It's like you can roam around everywhere. We've got all these vintage collections over here. We got a bonfire over here. And this entire space is just pretty much spacious. You will roam around everywhere here and think that you are at a local restaurant, but it's way bigger than what you think. And their windows just behind, they're not probably just ordinary walls. You know what? If we would have been here as the sunset, we could have witnessed the beauty of sunset as well as the beautiful view of the mountains, but it's dark and you can't see the mountains anymore. We also have missed the chance to get opportunity to see the sunset, the beautiful sunset view of the mountains. Fish that we are really taking on bunch in these particular things, guys. So you can refer to all these objects as literal foods.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Okay, we just arrived back to the municipality of Villanueva. So we're already departing. We're going back to the hotel. Yes, it's about like 40 minutes from now, 27 kilometers. Just arrived back to our hotel. Okay, we just arrived back to the hotel. It is currently 12:07 in the evening. Yes, it's a new day. Throughout today, we left from Cagayan de Oro, our hotel room, and traveled all the way to the town named Hasaan, just close to Villanueva, Misamis Oriental, which is about 28 kilometers away from here, just to meet my other aunt, my cousin and my uncle. And then right after that, we had stayed there for an hour because of lunch and a little bit of karaoke singing, and then we went straight to Dahilayan Forest Park, and we arrived there at 4 p.m. It was like an hour drive away from Villanueva, Hasaan. And unfortunately, we weren't able to take any rides because the entire forest park was closing and that the rides began to be unavailable. And then we went to a nearby coffee shop, which is like less than 400 meters away from the forest park, and I wasn't able to have any coffee or any non-coffee beverage because my intestine was not at its best. I only had 4 pieces of chocolate waffles and then we went straight into a nearby massive mansion-like restaurant and had sumptuous dinner, and then right after that we took another less than hour drive back to Villanueva, Hastaan, where we once again met my uncle, my aunt, and my cousin, and then stayed for almost 3 hours and then went back here, more like 40-minute drive back into the hotel room. I guess we just had fun. This is what the entire day looks like. You know, if we would have arrived to Dahilayan Forest Park 2 hours earlier, we would have had a zip line ride, and if we would have planned everything, have sorted things out properly, we could have already had so much fun. But because of what we have gotten through and mixed up things that we had gotten through, we weren't able to make it. And it is like a good example, a good illustration why planning is literally important, and that why it should be handled, and why time management really is a crucial thing, and why it should be applied upon each of us, especially at work or life in general. Because if you miss a thing, if you're not too certain at handling tasks through time management, you will struggle with completing those several tasks, and you wouldn't want to put any expectation towards the things that you do. I guess that is pretty much what this entire vlog is about. I'll see you in the next video. We will possibly be going home by tomorrow.